So let's talk about Totally Killer. When I first read about this movie online, it reminded me a lot of the 2008 movie called Detention. This movie is about a girl in high school, and her mother has recently been murdered by the Sweet 16 slasher. And these are murders that happened back in the 80s. So the motive of the Sweet 16 killer is he stabs him 16 times. And our main character has to figure out why the killer is back so many years later. What was his motive for killing the girls back in the 80s? And lucky for her, her friend has made a time machine. So she ends up going back in time to 1987 to try to solve these brutal murders and to try to save her mom from being murdered. So you get a lot of humor right off the bat of a modern teenager going back to 1987 and things being a lot different. There's not a lot of pleasantries. Smoking is popular. Drinking is popular. Homophobic language is popular. So our main character is like a fish out of water. So you just have a lot of humor with her trying to get used to her surroundings and trying to blend in with kids from the 80s. The movie, I would say it's definitely more of a horror comedy. You do have some suspenseful parts, but it definitely wears its humor on its sleeve. You have a few like serious parts, but it's mostly just played up for laughs. And I did count a few, I guess you could call them Easter eggs, referencing other horror movies like Halloween and other similar slasher movies. Um, I wasn't familiar with the main actress who played her lead character. She played Sabrina in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and she was on a few episodes of Riverdale. And I never watched those shows, so I wasn't familiar with her. I'd never seen her in anything before, but she was very convincing in this role. She had really good comedic timing and great chemistry with all the other actors and characters. Um, yeah, I thought the movie was not bad. I thought it was all right. I feel like Detention did it a bit better with the horror comedy uh, scenes and the tone and the time travel situation. So I feel like this movie was like middle of the road. I thought it was okay, but I still feel like Detention from 2008 did the concept a little bit better. But you get plenty of gore, you get some chase scenes. If you're looking for nudity, this movie doesn't have any of that. You just have a lot of sex comedy quotes and situations and just stuff like that. And I thought the younger actors that they got for the kids in the 80s matched up to their current day actors. I thought that was a good match. Sometimes, when you watch a movie and they use, younger actors for the older characters, it doesn't always match up. And I feel like they went above and beyond and got a really good cast to play the kids in 1987. I want to say this movie was about an hour and 45 minutes long, but It took me a little bit to get into the movie. Once you get past like the first 25-30 minutes, I thought uh, the movie had good pacing and I never got bored watching it. And I find myself, caring about the characters towards the end and wanting to see, how they were going to wrap the movie up, you know. Uh, so yeah, this is on Prime, totally killer. I thought it was charming in a way, uh, even if I prefer Detention. I thought it was decent for a time travel horror movie. It definitely has that Blumhouse flavor and feeling, kind of similar to Happy Death Day and other movies like that. So if you're a Blumhouse fan, you'll probably enjoy this. But if you were expecting like a lot of nudity and sex or over the top sadistic gore, you don't really get that, although you do get gore in chase scenes and, the usual horror tropes. I thought the last act was interesting. It caught me by surprise. So I definitely give it, points for that. And I hope you guys enjoy this movie and let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you on the flip side.